Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Penberlan Farm, where today we're going to be doing some muck spraying, but first I want to show you how I got that pile of muck right there. This pile of manure has appeared since the stream, because this is after the stream on, yesterday's stream. I always forget to sign out of Steam, don't I? Here we go. That pile of manure has appeared since the stream, and it is courtesy of the Fleagle. Now, this isn't the Fleagle you can download. Well, it is the Fleagle you can download from the motto. However, I have been doing some tinkering, as I tend to do with mods, and I discovered that I can do something that looks a little like this. To get 5,000 litres of manure almost instantly. Yeah. I figured out how the script was running, and I edited it slightly, which is how I get manure now. If I'm running a bit short and I want to do some muck spreading, which I do, I bring in this mod. This is me cheaty bucket. I'm not going to tell you how to edit it, but it is possible to edit the Fleagle Power Pro to basically be a manure generator. There's other stuff that I've tinkered with as well, but the Fleagle is probably the biggest example. I did also, I think I said it in old streams, and I want to explain it a bit more now. I fixed the Compost Master to have better usage. That's XML. There's a number in the XML. I can't remember what it's called, but it's 0.006. It was supposed to be 0.600. It is pretty much acknowledged by people on Marhu's website that the number is screwed up. So we are using the Marshall MS 105 and the Class Axion 950, which is most definitely overpowered for this job. I'm well aware of this, so nobody complain, please. I also need to do some spraying at some point. I need to get a workshop to the yard. I need to also turn off creative money because I want to do this legit. I want to do this legit, he says, after cheating at about 20,000 litres of manure. I want to do this as legit as I can, despite the manure cheat. The manure cheat is just to allow myself to do this. So we will be ploughing these fields once the ground thaws. However, what I want to do now, hopefully... the game... Oh, I can't do this? Well, then I guess we are going to have to fast forward time. There's not a whole lot I can do. This is what happens when I... There we go. The ground has now thawed. And it is 0 degrees Celsius. So what I can do now, seeing as the ground has in fact thawed, is I can go and just double check that the fields I've ploughed do have manure on them. I can continue ploughing work now, which is great, as these two fields do need to be ploughed up. I think field 7 actually does need manure, so I'm going to enter it through field 8 here. Also, I don't know how the fuel usage script is working now. I think there may be some sort of gearing system that I don't know about. But for whatever reason, the max speed of this Axion is now 25 kilometers an hour, which isn't ideal. Now, field 7, if you remember, it was a grass field. It will be put into grass again. Very soon, in fact. And what I want to do is I want to just get manure on to get possibly stage 2 fertilization, actually. Let's just turn that off because that is going to waste manure. Is this on stage 1 already, or is it on stage 0 fertilization? This one. It is on stage 0, so this is going to be our first stage of fertilizer. It'll need spraying twice, potentially. Or what else can I do? It'll need to be sprayed a couple of times. But it shouldn't matter too much because, in all honesty, the the grass is going to be of such yield that it won't matter too much. It won't matter a great deal. But this is quite a large field, so we're going to need quite a lot of manure to go onto it. Do I want to swap out this manure spreader for something a bit bigger? I don't know. I really don't. I want to also talk about some roleplay related stuff, but at the same time I don't, because... Yeah, I will. So today's stream should, hopefully, fingers crossed, be Thornton. Oxygen David has told Landykid that he would expect Thornton to be released today. Hopefully. That is not a guarantee. That is a situation where if all the cards are perfectly aligned and the stars align and the banana is eaten by 17 monkeys in Africa at the exact same moment, the map will be released today. There is no solid guarantee of anything happening. You know, it's a... This should happen, but there's no promises. I wonder, should I actually go out with the fertilizer spreader? No. And today's stream will be setting up for the roleplay on Thornton. Now, I said I wouldn't do that because it takes like 2 hours, but... Full disclosure, I haven't played Thornton before, so it's probably actually a good idea to do it in the stream, so you guys can give me a map tour and tell me where things are. Also, the cows need to be mucked out. Have we lost any cows during the winter? Because I discovered, rather disturbingly, that cows can die. We have 4... Oh, wow, we lost quite a few cows. That is not good. I have no way of giving the cows food. Like, have they eaten all their food? It's water they need by the looks of it. So that we can give them. In fact, we can give it to them now. Because I think water is a dead or alive thing. And yes, seasons does kill animals. It does flat out kill your animals if you do not have them fed. I don't know if it's a 100%, you know, if your animals require 100% food that they will 100% be dead, but it will kill some of them some of the time. Whoa! I'll actually need to ask the guys behind Seasons about that. But that is decidedly not a good situation to be in. Let's get some water here. We are paying for this because there's water taxes, of course. Water charges. Let's have a little drink of a cup of tea. And 7,300 litres of water should get me somewhere with the cows at least. Hopefully. We'll need to muck them out. For whatever reason, that water trailer is very picky as to where it unloads. It doesn't seem to want to do it in that trigger. Have to be in over here to unload the water for them. I hope it's just a case that they ran out of water and died, because I don't have any way of getting them anything else anytime soon. Why can I not give them the water? There we go. Pigs... I think there was... yeah, the pigs have reproduced, because they're at 100% productivity. So that's full now. We can take that trailer off, because this water trailer is just for the cows. Ignore the fact that I drove through a cow, by the way. And we need to muck them out real quick. completely nullifying the fact that I created manure artificially. This may be part of the problem, you know, the fact that the cows desperately, well, we're basically wading through their own poop. So let's get that out through the little gap in the fence. DustyDave is adamant this is a plan. This was a planned thing. Somehow I doubt that. Somehow I doubt that he actually planned on you being able to put the manure into the manure trough through that little hole, but it worked out pretty well, I've got to say. Planned or no, that it actually works out as a brilliant idea. I don't know if I can pick up this bit of manure that I dropped. I can't pick it all up because it's partially technically underground. That's magnificent. So what I do need to do is get that out through the little hole. Just thread it out. There we go. And hopefully we've got enough manure to now do the rest of the field. Now, do you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to do something that's a bit cheeky. I say a bit, it's actually very cheeky. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to get creative money on. I'm going to buy a very specific belt system. The AL8022 Quantum Auto Load, which I don't have enough money for because I didn't turn on creative money well enough. There we go. And the reason that I'm buying this is I discovered it during the stream. And some of you will know what I'm about to do, some of you won't, and will be extremely confused. But you will find out soon enough. I'm going to grab the... Hopefully the JCB can tow it over, because I don't want to get another... Well, I don't want to take the case off... Not the case, the class off the manure spreader right now. I'll just reset that back to the yard, so it should be this way. I am bad at remembering which way I need to turn the thingy. There's a pile of work there. There we go. We need to reset that. Like it is so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a genius. This is an incredibly smart thing that I discovered. Yet again, I'm getting very little done in this video because I keep getting distracted by the many, many little things that I could do. Whoa, okay. Many, many different jobs that I could do. That is the... That was the conveyor, Dave. Okay. Can I attach you to you? No. In that case, I'm just going to drive the conveyor over. That's not going to work. I'm going to shove it with the JCB. And hope this works. So if I... Can I steer you with the JCB at all? Or are you just going to go in whatever random way you want to, isn't it? Oh, maybe it's because there's a little... Okay, this is... That's just not going to work, is it? So let's take the class off the manure spreader real quick, because I need to get the... You'll see what I'm doing in a moment. But this is another situation where Dave gets distracted by something random he's remembered he could do, and he sets up a conveyor system. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the conveyor over to the manure pit, hopefully not picking anything else up in the process. It looks like it's picked some grass up, which isn't ideal, but it doesn't look like it's picked up enough to... It's not picked up enough to cause an issue? Yes. Fantastic. So what I can do with this... You might be able to figure it out by now. Is I can set this thing up to load the manure spreader automatically. So now I've got a self-contained conveyor. Uh, that conveyor is available on marhu.net as well, by the way. A lot of the weird, funky stuff that I find is from marhu.net. And hopefully it'll unload into the manure spreader, maybe. Fingers crossed, because this is the entire plan I have for this. You're not going to unload into the manure spreader. Are you going to be a douche and not just ignore the fact there's a manure spreader under you? Sir, hello? You're just going to ignore the fact there's a manure... Well, that kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Okay. New plan of bringing it through the cows, and I'm going to use it instead to convey the manure from the cows out into the manure pile. And because this picks up automatically, it should, in theory, even take the bits that I can't even like there's bits there that I just can't get because they're underground. This thing should pick them up. I'm just going to flatten off the conveyor a bit, because this is going to be a tight turn and I don't want to hit anything. Also, I need to get it through two different holes here. Okay, so through there. And through there. And now I need to spin it 180 degrees. With the maximum length. Probably should have done this when it was in position, shouldn't I? Let's get that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to shrink it down again. So what I'm gonna do now is do a 3-point turn with a conveyor belt, which I know it's unrealistic. Deal with it. Okay, let's do a 3-point turn the other direction with the conveyor belt, because this way it's just not wanting to play ball. Come on, you're gonna fit one way or another, surely. Can I change angle? Why? Okay, B. X. Ha ha ha! There we go, fantastic. And if I just plonk it down here-ish and extend our arm the conveyor out through the hole, press Ctrl I, it is going to pick up all the manure out of there and put it into the manure pit. So now I've created a working thing of things. Magnificent. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this manure spreader now, because there's 4,400 litres, and I'm actually going to buy a much bigger one, because this is just much too small to be useful. Manure spreaders. I'm going to buy the Joskin Tornado 3, because it's 19,000 litres, which gives us an additional 9,000 litres. 11,000 litres even over what we currently have. And we should be good from there. We do still need to get some sheep, but that'll have to come when we have some grass. I have more or less decided that I'm going the wrong direction. I have more or less decided that the best course of action is to buy up all the grass fields, plough them up. Maybe not plough them up, but at least get them so that I can use them. And work from there, because I'm going to need a metric buttload of grass to feed the cows and have some grass left over and take care of everything. So I'm going to need a lot of grass. Even just for the feed mixer, I'm going to need a lot of grass. The cows are probably going to periodically die without it. If I don't get the buy bales mod, the cows are going to periodically die until probably late autumn. Helps if I've got the PTO attached, Dave. There we go. Because I just can't give them 100% feed. The pigs will be fine. The pigs have everything but straw. And I probably should check where the pigs are pooping, because that might be an issue. They might need to be mucked out. The cows definitely don't, seeing as I've got the conveyor in place. And if the same issue is there at the pigs, I can set up a conveyor system over there as well. It's just a case of setting up systems to at least semi-automate things, so that I just have to dip into a conveyor every so often and say, hey, do the thing. It's especially useful from fast-forwarding time, because then I'll get the maximum amount of manure from my manure. Especially if they're producing basically one of these a day. So that's that now empty. What I'll do is, whoa, I'll just sell this straight off. I'll just sell the Marshall, which should be there. That can go away. We no longer need you. Goodbye. I'm just going to shift Q real quick to get the walking speed reset. There we go. And I need to reset the... If I just zoom in, this is going to be quicker. It should be there-ish. Joskin Tornado 3 needs to be reset. We'll go pick that up now. We'll fill it up and we'll get back onto the field. This is going to be a bit of a longer episode, if you haven't already guessed, just so that I can get this done, because I would like the tornado to have been in the thumbnail, so you guys will know that I have a new manure spread out. Whoa! Crap, that was a divot and a half. So, this has gone terribly. This has not gone to plan at all. This, yeah. Spring has sprung, and the cow productivity is at 55. I need to figure out what kills the animals. So, yeah. That didn't go well at all. I will most likely need to get the buy bales mod, which I don't like, but I might not be left with a choice. Also, yeah, there's still snow in there. That's probably not going to be used until harvest anyway, so that's not too big a deal. It's just an inconvenience. But we should be good to go. Now, I attach this thing. And remember to attach the PTO this time. Wonderful. Do I have that mod enabled yet? No, I do not. I might. There is a mod out there that allows you to change the working with the tools, like manure spreaders. I'm going to be using that just to get a really good wide spread out of this. Because while 15 meters is good and wide, I don't think it's quite wide enough. There we go. We'll hop into the JCB, which conveniently was just one tab away. And we shall fill up our Joskin Tornado 3. With 19,000 litres of muck, or 3 of the magic buckets. Well, almost 4. 3 and 4/5. There we go. And we'll just tip this in very carefully so that I don't actually miss. There we go. So that's quarter full. 23.6%. So this is going to be a really odd fill. I don't have the my joystick plugged in because I just don't have the desk space for it at the moment. Get this in now. Might only half fill this, but we'll get it as full as I can. One thing that I did notice recently that Giants got rid of, because I haven't been able to use much of the stuff, they got rid of that lovely manure fill sound, where it slopped into the trailer. I'm kind of saddened that they got rid of that. Just making sure that my mouse is as sensitive as it can get, so that this will be as quick as possible. Because I am trying to do this in a reasonable time frame as well. There we go. We're at 70% manure. I will fill up one more bucket and put that in. And I'll call that good. There's 20 something percent per bucket. 70% to 20 something percent is 90 something percent. In theory. 94.6%. Yeah, that's full enough for me. Just turn that off. Hop into the class again. Off we go to very low speed to the field, and I will have to figure out why this is limiting top speeds, because that is really, really irritating. This needs to be unfolded. Awesome. Let's unfold this and just double check. Okay, so I don't apparently have that mod turned on at the moment. That's fine. I might. I do not. Okay. So you can't even spread manure in the winter. That's maybe a bit silly. But I'm guessing it's just kind of a blanket thing where you can't do any work. Because in my mind, spreading manure is something you would do during the winter because there's nothing else to do. You can't plow it in, so you can sit on... Maybe that's why, it's like you can't plow it in, so what's the point? Because you can't get the goodness straight into the ground. So let's turn on cruise control here, and actually before I do that, let's turn off our HUD. And turn off glance. And as we spread our manure, I will leave you today by saying I've been Rainbow Dave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Penberlan Farm. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. This map should be on Giants Mod Hub sooner or later. There is currently a bit of a disagreement over what mucking out is. Seriously, that's why it's not already available. But until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.